Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Hollow Knight. Last time on Hollow Knight, I defeated 6 more Radiant bosses in the Hall of the Gods. This time I will defeat at least 1 more. I have my aim set on the Pure Vessel, which I expect to be hard. And I think I like the charms that I've chosen for this one. The Soul Catcher might not do that much. I'm not sure how often I can actually do spells against the Pure Vessel, but I think this will be a good enough place to start. I expect to defeat at least 1 more. Don't know how long the Pure Vessel will take, but my aim is to do hard ones this time. Not that the rest of the ones that exist aren't hard ones. I've already beaten the attuned version, so we're going to start with Ascended. This means that I need to... Actually, before I do that, somebody told me, a YouTube commenter mentioned that there's a mechanic that people usually miss. And it is with this one. Apparently there's some mechanic when you are using the spin. I guess I can like float in the air very slightly. Is that it? Yeah, I guess I can float in the air very slightly. That doesn't feel like that much. I can also cancel it by pressing the jump button. Okay, well, I have seen it. I'm not sure that that's going to change anything that I do, but thanks for telling me so that I could actually see what that was. Now, since I've already done the attuned version, we're starting right off with the Ascended version. This means that my getting used to how this game works again time is going to be a little bit harder than usual. Okay. So far, it seems like my Pure Vessel abilities are about what they were before. Although I did get hit twice one of those times, like twice in a row. Let's heal once. Or wait a minute, did I get hit twice in a row, or... Oh, it's because this is the Ascended version, and normally he does 2 damage. So he does 4 damage in the Ascended version. Well, that's better practice for the Radiant fight than the Ascended normally is, because I can get hit even less times than normal. But I just have to get used to fighting again before I can do this. But I don't think the Ascended version is going to take me too many tries. I just have to get used to fighting again, and I wasn't doing so bad for the first time in the episode, honestly. Aho? Let's hit him down. There we go. Ah, I pressed the wrong button there. I meant to press my slash down, and I pressed a different button. Okay, I can't always use the spell there, though. I can always use the spell here. There's no reason to heal, because I'm not going to heal 4 damage. Alright. Pure Vessel. I think this isn't actually going to be as bad as I thought, because what I've just done there is basically everything in the fight except for the creepy move. I think the creepy move is even easier to dodge than the rest, as long as I can see it coming. Seeing it coming is an important part of every move. I need to get used to that one again, where he strikes 3 times. That's the one that has been messing me up the most in this particular episode. Okay. Yeah, this is going okay. I'm happy with this. And I'm using my spells effectively. I'm using the extra soul that I'm getting from the charm that I put on. That's good too. Okay, took me too long to see what he was doing there. I was still able to dodge it though. I was able to dash through quickly enough. Shoot him again. Could have shot him even one more time. Don't know if I had the soul. Ooh, I actually got hit by the creepy move. And that one too. Okay, so. Alright, remember when you're dashing through him to dash toward him, not away? Because dashing away doesn't help that much. Alright, that was the Ascended version. And I think I got hit twice. So what's my guess for the Radiant version? I'm going to guess an optimistic number. I'm going to guess 5. 5 tries for the Radiant version. Let's go. I think 5 tries would be quite nice. Hello, Pure Vessel. Show me what you've got. He immediately dies. Alright, that was 1 try. I like it how often I come up with some optimistic number for how many times it's going to take me to beat the Radiant version. And then right after I say that number out loud, I die almost immediately in one of the attempts. That has happened several times, I believe. Anyway, let's get back to normal battling. There we go. Just have to figure out what he's doing each time. I think I can dodge everything just fine these days. I just have to notice what he's doing quickly enough. The one that I didn't really practice much during the Ascended version just now... Oh, and I need to learn that I can't always use the spell there, because I got hit during the Ascended version using the spell there too. But what I was saying, the move that I haven't practiced that much on the Ascended version is his parry attack. Because that only happened, I think, once in this episode so far, where he parried. And I dodged the wrong way when it happened. So, I need to relearn that one. There we go. I did the right thing that time. Almost got hit there. Okay. That is one of the times where I can shoot him. No problem. I dodged the wrong way there, but I still got out of the way. Oh, almost jumped into it. Okay. Dodge the correct way. That was good. You can shoot him once here. Don't try to shoot him twice. It's dangerous to get that hopeful. Good. Oh, I thought he was dashing at me. Was that 4 tries or 3 tries? Counting to 3/4 is hard for me. I've discovered this lately. Anyway, it wasn't 5, which means I still could hit my number. Potentially this time. Great. That's the dash. That's the slash. This is no problem. I should have actually done a shot there, done a spell. Don't do a spell here because you'll get hit by that. Good. You can do this spell here. I do want to see... Oh, I thought I had dodged that. I do want to see what he's doing. It's important to be able to see what he's doing, so I need him to be on my screen. I just need him to be a little bit further away than most other bosses. Here we go again. That's fine. That is fine. Oh gosh, almost got hit there. Yeah, there's nothing that he does that I don't feel pretty comfortable dodging. I just have to do the correct dodge every time, because he does a lot of different things. So I just need to be able to see what he's doing fast enough and react to it. There we go. That was dangerous. That was probably the best move he did for defeating me, and I still dodged it. It was the smartest thing that he could have done, is what I'm saying. Okay, let's use the spell. Ooh, dodged the wrong way. Still got out of it, but not by much. Okay, that was dangerous. Still good. Because we're still alive. Really, if we're alive, we're still good. Oh, darn. Missed my slash down. That was almost a very good attempt. Alright. Well, I think we're at more than 5 now. But I still feel quite confident. Let's go, Pure Vessel. I'm unconcerned. I remember when you were the hardest boss to me, and now I feel unconcerned. How does that make you feel? Okay, had to see what he was doing there. That was the main problem. I don't like to be on the side, because if I'm on the side when he does that move, I might be trapped. Oh, that was not the right thing to do, but I did not pay for it that time. This move is also a reason why you do not want to be on the side. You want to be in the center so that there's actually space for you to get out of the way. Uh-oh. Good. Almost hit me there. Almost hit me there too. You're doing better. Better with your strategy, Pure Vessel, but still not enough. Okay, creepy move. Have to remember that that is an option for him. So the creepy move is not hard to dodge, but I have to see that he's doing it. And if I forget that it is an option for him, then I will not notice what he's doing. I don't have any soul to shoot a spell at. I had 2 opportunities there in a row, but not enough soul to do anything. Oh, I missed my downward slash again. That's a surprising way for me to get hit twice. I am wearing my longer nail, my Mark of Pride. It's just, I was too to the side, both of those previous attempts. What are we doing? We're doing knives first. Knives again. I think that I'm comfortable enough that I want to get more hits in and defeat the battle more quickly. Hey, the battle ended very quickly that time. I achieved one goal, but not the main goal. But in some sense, one of the ways to get better at a battle is by dealing damage faster, even in these Radiant battles, because dealing damage faster means that the battle doesn't take as long, which means you have less time to make a mistake. Only works if you are very comfortable in your dodging game, though, and your attacking game, because attacking a lot does potentially take time and attention that you could be spending dodging. Oop, that is not a time that you can use a spell. Didn't pay for it that time, but I could have. Don't know why I have got it in my head that I can use a spell there. Oh, that was dumb. What I did there is I jumped up above him because I was going to do a downward spell, and then I noticed I didn't have enough soul to do a downward spell, so I slashed down instead, which caused him to raise his head up and hit me. When I realized I didn't have enough soul for a downward spell, I should have just not hit him. Dashed over him or something. Yeah, the Pure Vessel, one of the things that's hard about the Pure Vessel is honestly just the number of different attacks that he has. There's a whole lot more to learn and a whole lot more to pay attention to during the battle. Because a battle like this one, a lot of it is the amount of time that it takes you to notice what he's doing and respond to it. And if there's more things that he does, it takes a little bit longer for a human mind to distinguish between them. Alright, I've gotten some good spells in there. Aha. Uh-oh. Had a hard time telling what he was doing there. But we're all good. This is not a good place to be. I'd like to not be in this place. There we go. That's a way to get out of it. Oh, that is not a good spot to use that spell. Why do I want to use that spell there? I have learned that I shouldn't, but it has not stopped me. Alright. I think it's time for me to start talking about other things during the battle. And I guess the first thing to talk about is the Nail Master's Glory. So, in talking about other things, I'm talking about charms, and specifically charms that I do not believe that I'm going to use again. I'm really running out of those. The Nail Master's Glory is one of those. I have tried to make that charm work for me numerous times, and I died to the same mistake I've been talking about over and over again. Need to learn that. Anyway, back to the Nail Master's Glory. I have really tried to make the Nail Master's Glory work for me. I've tried it numerous times, and at the end of the day, I just don't get enough out of the Nail Master abilities, even when I have the charm that makes them more easily usable on. Still not a good place to use that ability. I keep trying. Anyway, since I have tried it so many times and still not really gotten enough out of it, I am probably not going to try anymore. The one possible saving grace was any more mechanics to those Nail Master attacks that I didn't know yet, so the fact that I tried one of those today was one of the possible things that would have gotten me to do something with them. And I still don't know what I would do with that one either. All that to say, I will probably not be using the Nail Master's Glory anymore. Which is sad. I really did want the nail arts to be something that I could add to my arsenal of attacks. And I just never really did. I'm sure that it's better to do so. I'm absolutely sure that it's better to be able to intelligently use the nail arts than to just not, because there's a lot of times where I could be charging up nail arts, but I'm just doing nothing more useful than like standing. And therefore, if I had the training to use the nail arts at that point, then I would be a better fighter. But I've tried numerous times and I still haven't done it, so I think it's the end of that now. Alright, and thinking about this battle a little bit, I've gotten, I don't know, decently through so far, and I think he's going to start using the creepy move, so I should be prepared for noticing that so that I can dodge it. There we go. I said that at just the right time, didn't I? That was extremely helpful for me to remind myself about that creepy move. Alright, let's hit him down. Good. This is potentially almost over. If I win. Great. That is the Pure Vessel on Radiant. And I accomplished that quickly enough that I'm going to do another Radiant battle, or I'm going to try to. I've basically got two choices. I'm going to go to the one that scares me more, probably, even though maybe it shouldn't be the one that scares me more. I'm going to go to the Nightmare King. So the Nightmare King is hard. I think the Nightmare King and the Pure Vessel are similarly hard. And I guess I need to explain what I mean by that, because it's confusing. I'm not saying it well, is what I'm getting at. The reason I think that they're similarly hard is that I think that once you have the move that they can do down to some extent, they're not actually that hard to dodge if you really have the training there. However, even though I think that they are not that hard to dodge once you have the training, you just have to go through so many of them so quickly that even a well-trained fighter in the particular battle can get a lot of hits, can die. So it's that they have a variety of attacks, and they are hard enough to dodge that even somebody that is used to them might have some trouble dodging them sometimes, because of how quickly they come out and how much area they do the attack in. Ooh, that was a bad one. Should not have gotten hit there. The other aspect of the Nightmare King Grim is that I think that I'm pretty bad at dodging the bird's attack. The one where he shoots out those little birds from his cloak. I think that I actually have a pretty bad track record on that one. And it's because, so what I just did there was actually very good. It's what I think I should be doing, where I'm letting the birds, whoa, that was weird, where I'm letting the birds go above and below me, but usually I try to go above all of the birds, which I think is not what you should do. So I'm actually trying to train myself right now to do the thing that I think is better. And I mean, so far, I've done it well in this battle. I've gotten hit twice and we're only at the first blimp. that's not a great sign for defeating this particular battle. Especially since one of the things that I do in this battle, which is... oh gosh. Okay, I need to learn when I can use my spells there. I cannot use them until all of the flame pillars have been triggered. So learning to do the birds better and figuring out when I can use spells effectively in this battle are two things that I think would vastly increase my Radiant chances. My chances against the Radiant version of this fight. There we go. That's a time where you use the spell. After the last flame has already been triggered. The last of the flame pillars. The spikes out of the ground, I think, are supposed to be relatively hard. Oh my gosh, I'm on the wrong side. I think that the spikes out of the ground are easy for me than they probably are for most people. I think so, anyway. I think I'm relatively good at the spikes out of the ground. And I'm relatively bad at the birds. That is, of course, saying that... oh, somehow I got hit there. That is, of course, saying that still having never seen somebody else play this game. So, I don't have any backing for that. It's just what I believe I am good or bad at, compared to what I think is hard. Almost ran into the flame there. Alright, I'm actually learning the birds, I think. That's exciting. And I don't think that the Soul Catcher charm is helping me much here. But I think I'm gaining soul a lot faster than I'm using it. Yeah. I wonder if I can hit him here with soul. I mean, it's probably dangerous to try. I think I did hit him. There you can hit him. There you can hit him. So there's a few places where you can hit him with a spell, but there's not a whole lot. So I think the Soul Catcher charm is not actually helping me much, because I'm going to end up with extra soul. And although I found out that you can hit him here, I think it's generally a bad idea. Maybe at the very end like that, which by the way missed because he had disappeared. Oh gosh, that was silly. I apparently can go under that last bird, which is not something I thought was true. Now here we are, where I only have 1 health. Which means I can't get hit anymore, and I think I'm only halfway through the battle. So I'm not doing well. Well, and there it goes. So if I did not have the Soul Catcher charm on, what charm would I put on instead? Good question. I guess if you don't have the Soul Catcher charm on, the one that you're going to put on is the Glowing Womb, because I can't heal. So if I'm not having success hitting him with spells, then I might as well use the automatic spells. The Glowing Womb charm is essentially auto spell. So here's my idea for a good set of charms. Oh my gosh, I got hit immediately. Well, he does start swinging right out of the gate. That is something I've noted about this boss before. The problem is, I'm not I don't know, the glowing womb is doing something, which is better than what I was getting out of the soul catcher, I think. So the fact that it's doing something makes me think that it might be the better answer. Still, this attempt, if I beat this attempt, then I have a good chance against the Radiant version, because I got hit very early on, so if I win, that means that I'm able to do most of the battle without taking any damage. Which I think I should be able to do, because I know all of the moves, and I think I can dodge all of the moves, even the uppercut. Uppercut being the one that took me the longest to learn. Actually did use a spell back there. I think that was good. I'm surprised that I had the soul, because I would have thought that that soul would have been drained by the glowing womb already. That's an uppercut. One of the things about the Nightmare King Grim as opposed to the Pure Vessel is that I think you can tell what the Nightmare King Grim is doing more easily, or more quickly. So you can tell what the attack is more quickly. That's something in my favor. This attack, I don't know if my glowing womb was doing anything there. But the blimp attack is a problem, I guess. Because it is hard to dodge the entire blimp. I mean, I think that I've done pretty well at dodging the blimp most times, but I get hit by it occasionally, don't I? Alright, another blimp. The blimp attack... I don't know, maybe the blimp attack is relatively easy for me to dodge. The hardest to dodge is what? I don't know. This one isn't hard to dodge, but sometimes it's hard to notice that he's in that mode. Because he's like way off on the side and he starts it, and then you might not notice it before the first flame pillar comes up. Okay, that was the Ascended version, and I went through a very large section of that battle without getting hit. Which makes me pretty confident for the Radiant version. What do I think? I think 8 tries. I'm not as confident as I was with the Pure Vessel. Part of that is because my guess at the Pure Vessel was very wrong. So I'm adjusting according to previous evidence. Comes out swinging. I was able to dodge the first attack, which is important. I wonder how many times in these attempts I will die from the first attack. It's probably the attack that I'm most likely to get hit by out of all of them, is the first one. That uppercut was a harder one to avoid than most uppercuts. So I'm not too upset by being hit by that. That doesn't come up very often. The way that he did the uppercut on the side there meant that I used my dash through ability before the flames were coming down, and using the dash through when the flames are coming down is kind of my mode. Yeah, that's a good one. This is the flame pillar. I like the flame pillar. Apparently the glowing womb has a hard time hitting the flame pillar. That was another one where the uppercut was on the side. I said that didn't come up very often, and it came up twice in a row. Huh. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Either way, this right here is the time. This time right here, he's in real danger. It's a fight, I say. Oh, tried to spike me out of the ground. That's a coward's move. Being in the center is good. Let's try to be in the center sometimes, rather than the side. Oh, I told you this was the time. So get wrecked. Oh, almost got me with that. Good try, sir. That was a weak move. The birds. Alright, way off to the side. I'm pretty glad that the glowing womb did that one, because he was way off to the side there, which meant going after him would have put me way off to the side. I probably was going to do that before I realized it was a bad idea. So the glowing womb might have saved me there. Okay. This, I want... Oh, I hit his feet. I was planning to jump up, dodge to the right to get out of where the pillars of flames were, and I think I jumped into his feet. What a way to go. Jumping into your enemy's feet. I could say that he kicked me. Bugs are not very known for their ability to kick other bugs, I don't think. Especially look at those little feet on the Grim here. Oh, in the air. Oh gosh, almost got hit on the backswing there. Good. I've got a lot of soul. How am I getting this much soul when the glowing womb is constantly getting rid of my soul? I guess it goes slowly enough that the speed of this battle means that I'm hitting and getting soul back faster than the glowing wombs can spend it. So even with the glowing wombs instead of spells, I should still be using spells sometimes. How about that? Like there. That's a good place to use a spell. In the air again. Oh, right. So I know that he's going to turn into the blimp after that. So my mantra about staying in the center should not apply when we know he's going to turn into the blimp. The blimp is not a time that you want to be in the center. You want to be in the center for pretty much everything else, though. Almost got hit by that fireball. So he's going to be in the center, so we want to be on the side now. There we go. Learning. I have demonstrated learning while doing. And I think I'm pretty far into the battle, too. So this one is going very well. Let's not get hit so that it keeps going very well. Oh-ho, I did it! The Nightmare King Grim on Radiant. Well, I feel very good about that. So I don't have a whole lot of time left, so let's try an easier one. And in order to know what an easier one is... okay. Xero is probably an easier one. Let's go. I'm pretty bad at Xero, so this also means I need to learn how to fight Xero. The Ascended version of Xero is much, much harder because of the layout of the battle. See, I already got hit by one. That's pretty bad. But I think it's the backswing of these knives that's the more dangerous part of this. So I need to make sure that I don't get hit when the knives are going back to him. He's pretty slow right here, though. I was able to get a spell in and dodge before he threw his next knife. Huh. Let's try the Ascended version. I think I might switch out charms sometime during these attempts, once I figure out what charms I want. So the backswing, I'm so scared of the backswing that I'm dodging these knives in a ridiculous fashion. I'm like dodging them way away, out of where they're going to hit. Careful with the backswing. Not getting many hits in, though. That's one of the problems. And it's because of the layout, I think. Actually, making the knives go further up when they're attacking me is actually not too bad. Oops. I did not see that knife coming. Should have assumed that one was coming, though. Should have just assumed. Knife is on the way. Oh, I hit the ground. I fell. So that's a good thing to know. In the Ascended versions, falling also does double damage. It's not just the enemy that's doing double damage, it's also falling. Well, we're already at the Radiant fight. Let's go. Let's take out Xero. And the Ascended went not too bad. I think I got hit twice. Which means all I have to do is not get hit those 2 times, and we're fine. There's a knife coming. Didn't know exactly where it was. Ooh. The same knife. That was 1 try. I forgot to make a prediction. I'm going to predict 5. 5 tries in the Radiant version for Xero is my prediction. Alright, there's going to be a knife coming, but it's going to be very far. Okay. This knife is way up there. Get a couple hits in. You know, I can basically get 1 hit in safely most times, or 0. It's like 0 or 1 most times. So I shouldn't worry too much about getting lots of hits, because the safe ones are usually 1 hit. Occasionally, I can get 2 hits somewhat safely, but only occasionally. Whoa! What was I doing there? I was jumping off the side of the thing. Not effective. I apparently need to be pretty close to him for the glowing wounds to actually attack him. If I'm off to the other side, they just don't attack him because he's not close enough to me to be a threat. I think one of the things that I'm doing differently here... Oh, darn. I think one of the things that I'm doing differently here is dodging in the air, like jumping up before he throws the knife. And that's making the backswing of the knives not as bad, because they're so much higher. They don't go where I would normally be standing. I think that's actually helping me quite a lot. And that's not something I've done before. I just started doing it because I was like ready. I was anticipating a knife throw sooner than it happened, and then I just kept doing the same thing. Alright, so he's got more knives now, but he doesn't... Does he throw them faster too? I think he does throw them faster too. He doesn't just have them, he also throws them faster. I jumped into that one. Well. Was that the 3rd try? I think that was the 3rd try. my guess at 5 I think is still good. And partially it's good because he doesn't have as much health as some of the other bosses that I've just fought in their Radiant versions. So I don't have to get as far into the battle. I don't have to be as good at dodging him because I might win faster. Dodge that knife. Worried about that one. That one was scary too. That one was not so bad. See, this is the worst, when he's on that side of me and the knife is going back. So if I can avoid that situation... Oh wow, almost hit me on the backswing there. I think my glowing wound sent him to the next part. Okay. Yeah, he definitely throws the knives faster when he has more of them. That makes some amount of sense. Like, what would be the point of having more knives if he didn't throw them faster? But still, I wasn't absolutely certain about it because I don't know this battle that well. Okay, where's the next knife? There it is. There are some knives that are harder because I don't know where they're coming from. I think that was 4. So here we go. You're the last one for this episode, Xero, but I believe that you will fall, just as the others have. Because I think that last time I was very close to winning. When he throws the knives out really far, sometimes he throws them out again before they get all the way back to him. That's also an interesting detail that I've never noticed in this boss battle before this particular episode. Just learning tons of things about the Xero boss battle here. Yeah, that happened because I anticipated the knife too much. I jumped way ahead of time. He throws them out at a regular rhythm. Can I just learn the rhythm and then know when the next knife is coming? Yes, but I don't know where it's coming. Not exactly. I know it's coming toward me, but that's about it. And depending on where it's coming from, the way that I need to dodge it might be slightly different. But still, getting the cadence down is probably good. If I can get the cadence of his knife throws. Yeah. Oh. I don't know why I didn't dodge that one. Cadence of the knife throw. I sort of have to ignore the first part when he only has 2 knives, because the cadence changes. I also shouldn't just walk off the edge. Apparently that's a bad idea too. So the first part, just do the first part. The first part doesn't last too long. It's the second part that I need to get the cadence down. So, first part, don't worry, just dodge when you see it, when you see the need to dodge. Because this, well, okay. After I've started saying ignore the first part, I've died at the first part every time. Maybe I shouldn't ignore it as completely as I am. So, first part. Pay a little bit of attention to the first part. Not a lot of attention, mind you, but a little bit. Enough to survive to the second part. How about that? It's probably a good idea. Okay, the knife that he threw there sort of messed me up. If it was the other knife, I would have dodged it more confidently. So, Have we gotten to the second part yet? No, for some reason. I technically got to the second part. The glowing womb got him to the second part while I was dying. New plan. Learn every part of the battle equally. and dodge more than you attack. Dodge above attack. I did say that I was pretty bad at the Xero fight, and I have proved that myself. I thought it, but I have also proven it. Almost didn't dodge that. That was a good spell. I liked that spell. Good spell usage time. Okay. You may have heard my controller a few times there because I was somewhat frantic. Need to see the knife that's coming. Need to see the knife that's coming and the knife that is going back. Okay. Watch that one on... Whoa, that would have killed me if he threw it farther. So the cadence. The cadence of the knife throws. At first, the cadence is slow. And when the cadence is slow, you can not learn the cadence and be okay. But when the cadence is faster, you need to actually learn it before you can survive. So he's about to throw one. Darn. Well, Xero, you are the hard one in this episode. Of the Pure Vessel, the Nightmare Grim, and Xero, Xero is the hard one. I'm sure that's true for me, and not true for most other people that play Hollow Knight. Oh boy. But I can conquer this mountain. This mountain looks like a hill to most. I can conquer it. It's a good time to use a spell, I think. Alright, don't worry about attacking as much as I am. Worry about dodging a little bit more. Okay, well, that's why we need to worry about dodging. You are my mountain. You know that your name means nothing? Are you aware of that? Come at me. So how do you successfully dodge knives all the time? You have to, like, see what angle they're coming at you, right? The knives are tiny, so if you see the knife that's coming at you, which I did not, I should have known because it was the one that was not on the screen. But if you see the knife that's coming at you, then the angle that it's coming at you can help you dodge it better. I think. Maybe I could use, like, the same move to dodge every knife. Okay, dashing between those platforms is not a good idea. I'm trying out some things. What if I go under the knife every time? And I don't mean that in a surgery sort of way. I mean, I dash towards Xero every time he throws a knife at me. I dash towards Xero every time he throws a knife at me. In that case, I dodged away. This time I'm dodging toward. This time I had to dash because of the platforms. If I dodge towards Xero every time that he throws a knife, does that help? Did not dodge there. I don't have to dash every time though, I just have to dodge. But if I dodge toward him, does that help? I mean, it doesn't help when he's off the edge. But I think that it helps most of the time. So he's throwing a knife, you dodge toward him. This time you have to dodge away because of where he is. Oh, I did it. I think I may have found a solution during that last time, but it's hard to tell because I only did it the one time. Alright, well that was Xero on his Radiant version. Let's go look at the plaque to see what Radiant versions are left. And there we go. I have only 6 to go. I imagine that Markoth is going to be very hard. I think the Traitor Lord is going to be kind of like the Pure Vessel and the Nightmare King Grimm. The White Defender, I'm not sure. And the Winged Nosk, I'm not sure. And then, of course, the Radiance, the Absolute Radiance, is going to be very challenging. I think that one's going to be hard. Anyway, next time, I think that I will try a Pantheon challenge instead of God Home Radiant battles. In this episode, I defeated the Radiant challenge for the Pure Vessel, the Nightmare King Grimm, and Xero. That leaves only 6 to go. We're really starting to count down those Radiant bosses. I do have a detailed tracking sheet. There's a link in my video description. New episodes every Sunday, and thanks for watching.